What's going on, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 20 in my 6th annual 31 Days of Horror. This is a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And continuing along here today, I wanted to go with a film that's been on my list for quite a while. Little backstory: me, Jeremy, and Moods put together the 100 greatest horror films of all time for our episode 100 podcast. There was a few films on that list that I had yet to see. One of them was the day number 1 film, The Omen, that we covered earlier in the month, and another one that I wanted to get to before the year was over is 1973's The Wicker Man. Now, I do not own this on DVD, so I popped in this VHS that I've had for a little while. I've never seen this film. Just a little bit of a warning, I guess. The VHS that I have, it's in really good condition, so it really surprised me. It has a crackle to it. Like, every couple minutes, it'll just get, like, really loud and crackly. So it was a little distracting. Second, I wish I actually was able to watch this film with subtitles, because the accents in this film are very thick. It's like, British, Scottish type accents. Basically, this film follows a policeman who is sent to an island to investigate the whereabouts of a missing girl. During his investigation, he realizes that every inhabitant of the island seems to be under some sort of different religious background, like a pagan style religion, and the cop is very Christian, so he finds this very off-putting. There's, people are naked all over the place. They're doing weird things like using toads or frogs to like cure sore throats and stuff like that. Just very different culture and very different religious views. As he begins to investigate, he uncovers more secrets of these people and more information on the missing girl. And I'll kind of leave it off on that. This film is an interesting movie. I've pretty much known what this movie was about, and I've even known like what happens in it, but I've never seen it. And there's one thing that was a little off-putting. There's a lot of singing in this movie, and it almost feels like slightly out of place, but it also feels like it fits with the group of people who are there. Especially by the end of the film, you're like, okay, that kind of makes sense why everybody's singing all the time. I've heard this film described as a musical, which, like, is a huge turn off to me. But it's not like a musical. It just has a lot of music, singing parts in it. So, anyway, besides that, like, I found that it was a little hard to follow at first. Like, these accents were really thick. It wasn't helping that my VHS was crackling. I really wish I had some subtitles. But I got like the gist of what was going on, but I was finding it a little boring. But I liked the atmosphere and the music. Like that was kind of keeping me intrigued. And it wasn't until the end of the film that I really was like, wow, like this was an awesome movie. Like the build up made the end so much more worth it. And I was actually, even though I knew what was going to happen more or less, it still was done so well. And I think that is one of the most best things about this movie, is the end scene. It really amps this movie up. It's like, for the most part, it's like not even a horror movie until like the final 5 minutes, and it's a movie that honestly, like, I'll obviously grab on a different format, whether it's DVD or Blu-ray, but it's one that I'll definitely revisit and kind of, I think, appreciate more with time. But for right now, I'm going to come in at 8.5 out of 10 on The Wicker Man. Very interesting movie, definitely very artsy. It was, and I mean, that cover there is, says it all. Like that wicker thing is crazy cool looking. So anyway, that is it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another review. Peace.